7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
All power to the people. It's the Bruh Listen Podcast. The black podcast focusing on social political issues and how they affect our community. With your hosts, Cedric Owens, Brittany Brown, Anthony Rogers. Bruh Listen. Bruh Nation, what's good?
Yo.
You know how much better this show would have been if Ashley would have been able to stay on the show?
Hell yeah.
Damn. Anywho, what's going on, Bruh Nation? Back at it again. After taking an off week, which we usually never do. So I had to catch up on some stuff. So Britt still down and sick and shut in.
Got COVID forever.
Sick and shut in.
God damn it. We live right now?
Yeah, we live. So so Britt still sick and shut in. And I'm out here with Tank.
I still ain't get the goddamn bid yet.
Stay away from it.
Still ain't get it yet. I don't know what the hell going on with the damn COVID. I just can't get it. I took a test. I took one test. And I did it myself because I don't trust them. That's how you get it, boy. See? What, Bertha? That's what you say. No, but for real, though, it is some science behind them. When you do that shit in the nostril, it multiplies what could be a fraction of the virus that's in there, and you multiply more by swiveling shit around in there. I ain't say that. That's doctors. I make this shit up. I don't. You look it up.
Boy, listen.
It's out there. What happens if you have virus in your nose and you do, because it automatically replicates with anything that it touches. Just like if you drop something on the floor and you pick it up, they say the 10-second rule. That shit is bullshit. They lied to us as babies.
They did lie to us.
That shit don't count.
Anywho, back at it again, y'all. Apparently don't swab your own nose. So we could jump right in on that with what's up with Tank got this new tablet phone concoction.
It's good for watching flicks on.
And
all kind of shit.
It's very distracting. It's such a distracting phone. No, but I want to jump right in. So Biden and everybody finally came out with if you got more than 100 employees, he's mandating the vaccine.
We bucking in Florida and Texas.
I don't think they're going to be able to buck because Biden said on Friday that federal law supersedes state law. I haven't heard a president say that since Kennedy.
Yeah.
So that's interesting that he went ahead and made that statement. And then what's funny too, I don't know, like maybe the Florida-based companies might try, but most of the big companies in Florida aren't based in Florida, so they're going to make their employees do it anyway.
What DeSantis say? He's going to find their ass. Anybody that do it.
And Biden said
this is going to be a legal issue for a minute. This is going to be a real
man. It'll be a quick case though, because at the end of the day, see, we always talk about the Civil War, and we never really talk about the implications of it and what it meant. But Supreme Court wise, it's pretty much open and shut with the precedent where federal law always supersedes state law. So DeSantis,
unless that law is illegal.
Right, but the law isn't illegal. The federal
can be. We gotta wait for the argument.
The vaccine. Well, that's what I'm about to say. The vaccine being illegally pushed on anybody has already been argued in court. When they said that every military and federal employee had to have it, they argued that in court like a month ago, and they lost.
Yeah, well, you're a federal employee. On a citizen, because that's what they say the company is. I don't think that the federal government can mandate.
A federal employee is a citizen, though.
Yeah, they're a citizen of
not
the federal government.
I'm not talking about.
When you give your body to the army, you are property of the army.
I ain't talking about the military part of it, because that wasn't the portion that was argued. The portion that was argued was like, if you work at, because federal employees is a wide scope of things or whatever, right? So if you're a park ranger, you're a federal employee. If you work at the Smithsonian Library and you're the person who checked the tickets in the booth, you're a federal employee.
Yeah.
So they were saying, why we got to get it? And they said,
your
because we
boss
said
told-
so.
But that's your boss told you to. But
No, the
federal-
government told you to.
which is their boss, the federal government. But the federal government is not my boss.
But that's not how the
I
argument
don't
went,
work.
though.
I know, but I don't work for the federal government. So if you work for the federal government, the federal government is your boss.
The
federal government, not my boss.
The argument see, this is what the argument was about. The argument was about, does the federal government have rule over the people? Like, do the federal government have subject over the people to say do this? And the Supreme Court ruled yes.
Well, when you was talking about tyranny, I ain't living under a dictatorship. If they made this shit federal, I'm willing to go to jail. I'm ready to do whatever to not do it just because they say and doing it.
It's very similar.
I think it's serious enough to that point where you can't give up your bodily autonomy to a government. This is America. This Constitution. This is what this shit about.
It's similar to the draft argument.
Shit, hell yeah.
Where they was like, because they lost that. What happened with the draft argument was pressure. It wasn't. They didn't.
Yo, what up, Janika?
They didn't change the draft because of the argument. We lost that. So we went to federal court and said, does the government have the right to draft men and send them to war? And we lost. The federal government has the right to draft. So at that point in time, that argument can sweep into you don't own your body. You don't have autonomy over your body. The only reason they got rid of the draft and stopped putting people in jail for it was because of the public pressure,
and because it was going to be enough people not doing it, so you ain't going to put everybody in jail, motherfucker.
Right?
And this is going to be the same thing with this vaccine. If you get rid of all, it's too high of a percentage of people unvaccinated saying they ain't gonna get it for you to get rid of all of them. So you got to think of another solution.
I think they don't care. I think this is a coming to a head moment for people. So it's funny. I think this is coming to a head moment for people because we always talk about voting and standing up for what you believe in and blah 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 blah. Should have voted for Bernie Sanders. Should have voted for Andrew Yang and all this other stuff, right? Okay, well here we go. Because how many people gonna call they bluff? How many people gonna call they bluff? Like it's always been that they can't arrest all of us. However, people so scared and soft that they're not.
The difference is that white folks is behind this too this time. It ain't just niggas. It's when the white folks is bucking, then it's a difference. Trump almost won if Biden didn't get.
He had no chance.
How many votes did Trump get? 70 more than any other president.
How much did
ever.
Biden get?
Biden got like 80. Trump got 75. In order for Biden to win, it had to be the most people ever to come out.
Yeah, but that's still not close. Like the whole Trump almost won. I don't like to say he almost won. He ain't have no chance.
Oh, okay.
He really ain't have no chance. Like he won Florida. Like okay, so for example, what
I ain't talking about the what you call it. I ain't talking about
if you look at the trend of voting or whatever, right? Because of social media, right? So after the presence of social media, which is the second Obama election, voting has increased by millions of votes every year.
Yeah.
Because every time back in the day before, so when you go Obama McCain, technically that's the technical first social media
it is.
Election, but the Obama McCain election was really just like MySpace. Facebook was very unpopular at that point, and really the only social media that we had. It was still Obama still went around during that election, and McCain and sat down and talked with newspapers and stuff like that or whatever, TV shows. Okay, so if you look at what was happening before the social media elections, the popular vote results for the 2020 election. So when you look at it, but pre-social media, whatever, right? Republicans and conservatives did a good job of suppressing young registration for voting, right? They did a great job of it where they would just not get the word out, or they would send military people to our schools, but they wouldn't walk around and register us to vote. I didn't register to vote in Ed White, but I damn sure took the ASVAB, right? So we had military recruiters in our schools, but we didn't have people in our schools saying, hey, register to vote. So what happened during social media, and the reason why the voting numbers are increasing, and like Trump getting more votes than ever outside of Biden, because that's what Trump say. I got the most votes of anybody in history besides Joe Biden, who beat me. Next time we have an election, it's going to be the same way. Whoever loses
I'm not sure.
is going to have more than, I'm telling you, because here's why. Whoever loses is going to have more votes than Biden won with, and whoever wins is going to have the most votes in history. And here's why. Every year, we have millions of people turn 18. Before, they didn't get the word out, register and vote. Now, social media is literally a part of life. So around November and during election time or whatever, the year of election, all you see on social media is vote, 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 vote. So you can click a button and click a link and register to vote in 5 minutes. So whenever it's going to be like that, it's going to be like that. Now, I give the Republicans credit. What they realized, though, was, and they actually realized this before the Democrats. That's why they won, part of the reason why they won the 2016 election. Instead of trying to keep people from voting as far as registering, they was like, well, we got to register more of our people. Because Republicans really don't care about nobody except rich people. So what they did was they've always known.
Republicans and Democrats.
They've always known. Well, Democrats, false care. I'll take false care over no care. But Republicans have always known that. Stephanie you ain't look it up? What's the numbers? How many votes did Trump get? How many did Biden get? That's what we're looking for.
Total?
Total votes.
Electoral or
Regular.
okay, so Biden got 81 million
81 million for Biden.
and 74 million.
74 million for Trump. Thank you. So, and what they did with the Hillary Clinton election was they went around to the trailer parks and everywhere that before those people weren't registered to vote. Mm-hmm. And they registered those people to vote. And then they say, come out and vote. So they just tried to expand their base. But then this time around, the Democrats did the same thing. And the Democrats are always going to have a larger base because their tent is bigger. Everybody that can fit under the Republican tent is very limited. Everybody that can fit under the Democratic tent or stand under there, because I'm not a Democrat, but I'll go under their tent.
What is this infrastructure bill?
The infrastructure bill is a weak-ass bill that got passed.
Ain't nobody read that shit.
How?
I'm sick of these bills.
How, though? How you going to read? I mean, you should.
I ain't
I'm not saying you shouldn't.
No.
But I'm saying, how you going to read? How many pages was that shit? Like 5,000?
I'm saying they should have because all this lawyer shit, they make these bills. I don't know. That's why shit be getting hard to pass.
You go online and read every bill, though.
It get hard to pass because it's like the people that's passing it and doing it, so many people put so much shit in there. You don't know what the hell you done signed off on. What the hell you signed off on?
You know, with like the infrastructure bill and shit like that, I don't give a fuck about these congressmen and senators telling me that they don't know what's in the bill, so they're not voting on it. Something I did. You know what's in the bill, and you know how I know it because you know what you wanted in the bill. Because you vote for all that other shit. Every bill is pages and pages long. Every single one of them, because it's all legal jargon. Yeah. You have to break that shit down to the T legally so you can legally write this bill, or else it's gonna blow up.
I don't think no bill should be passed that motherfuckers ain't reading. Because what the hell what the hell we doing?
We pass bills based on how it's gonna affect our what are they getting from it? Okay, the only people up in all on Capitol Hill that's not doing that is AOC and everybody else in the Progressive Caucus, Bernie Sanders, and that's it. Everybody else up there, Republican or Democrat, are passing bills based on what they got.
I don't like none of that shit. Well, I don't like none of it. But what are you gonna do about it?
You got to run.
You know,
the only other option is to get elected. The problem is, and this is why I say about the vaccine thing mandate. The problem is this shit about to come to a head. Because what do you have now?
What are you gonna do with the police force in New York City that's not gonna get vaccinated?
Then they won't be able to. They won't be able to be police. But I think New York City police been required to be vaccinated.
I know, but they not. It's still like 65% or some shit, some stupid ass number. And the fire department,
they're not going to hold you down and vaccinate you.
And that's what I'm saying. What is it going to come to? But what does that look like? It's easy to say just lose your job, but we're talking about 65% of the police force gone off the streets. What you're talking about is that's not positive for New York City.
It's not positive for anybody, but
Yeah,
here's the thing.
Is that worth it?
What the people are going to come back with is the people who believe that vaccines are important are going to say, if people keep dying, is that worth it? Because basically ain't nobody got, here go where I stand on the vaccine. I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to get to this point. This vaccine mandate thing and all the autonomy of my body and all this other shit, I really don't care no more. Because at this point,
you're a communist.
Yeah, I am. But however, I'm a socialist, by the way.
You're fine with the government control.
Believe it or not,
government.
This ain't even really got to do with the government or whatever. So Aaron Rodgers got COVID, right?
He's fine.
And he said he was vaxxed, right?
No, he said,
No.
He was slick. He said, I'm immunized. Immunized. That's what he was saying.
Anywho, he lied and said he was vaxxed. Everybody thought he was vaxxed. He wasn't. He lied about it. Okay. He said, I did my research. The Pfizer and the Moderna, it had shit in it that I was allergic to.
All right.
And then he said
What's
that left one thing, which was the Johnson & Johnson, and he didn't like the side effects of the Johnson & Johnson.
What's wrong with that?
So therefore, he didn't get the vax. Okay.
I find no problem with none of that.
Here's my thing why I say I don't care no more or whatever, and I'm over it. And I don't, if they start strapping you niggas down and injecting you, I don't care. Because
go ahead.
I just don't see the negative connotations in the vaccine.
Well, some of the vaccines have been pulled back in some other countries because of myocarditis in young people. That's why it didn't get approved for teenagers in other countries because they was getting myocarditis, inflammation of the heart or whatever. That's a real thing. It ain't no made up crazy shit or whatever.
How many was the? Because okay, so
it was enough for the European. It was enough for the European countries to say, no, young people is good. We don't need to give them this if it's going to have this many problems. It was a lot. It was enough for them to pull back. I don't know this.
It wasn't enough for them to pull back.
Then why did they pull it back?
Just like when
they're not conspiracy theorists.
It was just like when they pulled the this out because I knew you was going to bring up the myocarditis thing because we talked about it on the damn thread. It's just like the Johnson & Johnson vax. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine had got pulled early on and made everybody scared. If everybody was taking the Johnson & Johnson, we'll be all right. Part of the reason why niggas don't want to do this shit is because you got to go twice and get a booster and all that other shit. The Johnson & Johnson, one time you done. That's what I got. If niggas would have did that shit, it would have been way easier to do this. The fact that we came out with this 2-stage vax shit is fucking it up. And also, okay, with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine or whatever, right? When it first came out, they told niggas, oh, don't take it. You get blood clots. Bro, it was 3 people who got blood clots from associated with the black vaccine, and they pulled it, which is fine. I'm not saying don't. I'm saying, though, they did that shit prematurely because when they further researched into it, because initially they said it was like 30 people or something like that. But when they researched into it, it was 3 people. And all of them had pre-existing condition of blood clots.
Well, it's more than 3 people with this myocarditis.
Every medicine have side effects.
Which is why you cannot mandate a medicine if it has, because we know this. Everybody knows that every medicine has side effects. And if it's going to have side effects, you can't mandate that for a whole nation. Because what about the person that's going to have side effects?
Here's my thing. Here's my thing.
You got to take it. Fuck your side effects. Even if you had COVID. What the hell are they talking about?
People have gotten medical exemptions for shit. I've seen it. Yeah. Like, not y'all bullshit. Y'all went to Ashley, whatever her name is, who got the vax cards and shit. Not her, who be making the scammer chick.
She got the cards?
Yeah, she got the cards. I'll link y'all up later.
Put me on game.
Yeah, she got the cards. Not her. Well, she kind of fine.
Why you just said her name?
I said Ashley, whatever her name. You know how many Ashleys in the world?
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, but anywho, she got the cards. She got the link. She got the plug. Nigga work in a pharmacy. They give out vax at the pharmacy. He done got the cards and bought her the cards. Anywho.
Goddamn right.
Mm-hmm. So you can just buy a card and sign off his vax. I'm vaxxed. Anywho, though, I think that's what Aaron Rodgers did.
I don't know.
Boy, Aaron Rodgers need to go to jail, boy.
I respect the hustle. I respect the hustle.
All I'm saying
he was talking to Pat McCaffrey on the podcast about it, who also had COVID, but he was vaxxed.
Pat was sick as hell, though.
Or whatever. All this shit is up in the air, man.
All I'm saying is this, though. Here's why I don't care no more. Or whatever. If you have a medical condition, they never said if you got a medical condition or if you're preemptively averse to the side effects. Like the side effects are gonna affect you more than somebody else. You got to get the vaccine. They never said that. They never said you can't get your medical exemption if you actually go to the fucking doctor. They're even giving y'all motherfuckers y'all religious exemptions for y'all lying ass motherfuckers.
Oh, well, shit.
Right.
If they doing that, then bring on with your funky
okay,
ass.
but so here's my point. For everybody that can't come up with a religious exemption and you're not medically prone to whatever the side effects are that the doctors have discovered, I don't have sympathy for
But I
you.
do,
because
it's
if you are a regular healthy person, from what I've observed in research, just like your ass can observe in research, ain't nothing that's gonna fuck with you. So just okay. Listen, this is how society flows. We get back into this again now. I wish we had other people that could survive the show without getting COVID to come help with this debate. But this gets back into my thing. What do y'all want from us? I bet it's Pooh. Keep.
Pooh to call me like 10 times. Who that, Pooh?
No, I ain't Pooh.
Okay.
Pooh called me like 85 times a day.
Don't want nothing.
And then you talk to him, and he be like, "That's all I wanted, cool." And then after you talk to him, he call you back again.
I think we're doing a fine job with the vaccines now. I think enough people are getting it or whatever. Well, it's doing the work like we find in Florida or whatever.
What do you want from a society?
This
This is one point. So let's get into that shit. Let's get into the liberties of a society.
Yeah.
Since we ain't got Brittany on here to muddle the waters, let's go and have this smart ass debate. What do you want from a society? This is why I hate niggas. Yeah. This is why I'm tired of y'all. This is why I can't vibe with it no more. Because I don't understand what niggas want. Okay, so niggas want the freedom and autonomy, like you said, with your body, right? And you want freedom and autonomy to go do everything. I'm cool with that. However, at the same time, you want health and human services. You want health and human services from your society. You want standards. You want cleanly standards. You want medical standards.
Oh, yeah.
We have to. It got to be a happy medium. You got to balance it. If you want society to function at a high level, you got to give me some of my communism shit.
Well,
it got to be something.
I would say I would have no problem with the vaccine if it stopped the spread, but it doesn't. You can say that it reduces it and you're less likely to. But at the end of the day, it's not going to stop it. If it stopped this shit, we ain't stopped the common cold or the flu.
But the common cold ain't taking niggas out left and right. Neither is the flu.
But you know that most people that die with COVID have like 3 or 4 comorbidities that's wrong with them also.
Right, that's
so
fine. It's
not just a regular person just falling out.
I'm not ready. I don't know nobody I don't like that. I don't like that argument. And here's why I don't like that argument.
If you're fine, I was fine.
Here's my thing, though.
Here's my
you might have been asymptomatic, but here's my thing and why I don't like that argument. If a person has a pre-existing condition or whatever, say, it's a pre-existing condition, diabetes, for example, right? That's been taking people out with COVID, right? They got diabetes, they got COVID, boom, organ failure. Okay, a person with diabetes can live for decades. I'm not ready to just be like...
They need to get the damn vaccine.
I agree with you.
But if they don't, that's on them.
I'm saying, like, I'm just not over the argument, like, oh, well, I'm not going to worry about COVID because the nigga that died had diabetes. I don't think that's fair.
Why is not?
Because
we have a vaccine
We
now.
developed... It's like when me and you had that episode with that... The Lost Bro Listen episode where you was like, back in the day, they used to throw babies off the cliff. Don't do that shit no more. Okay, right? Yeah. So I agree with that. Like, back in the day, when you were sick and shut in, and you was like
get you out of this community.
We gotta get rid of you, right? Okay, we've evolved in society beyond that now.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna take care of our people, we gotta take care of our people.
No, that's where we get messed up. I don't want nobody taking care of me, and I don't want to take care of nobody else.
I do.
I don't want to take it.
What we gonna do with all these old people? What we gonna do with all?
We have a program for them.
You don't want nobody taking care of you. You don't want the government taking care of you.
Well, no.
What we gonna do with all these old people?
No, I want programs in place to help people help themselves. That's what I want.
Okay,
and if you fall by the wayside, or if you're older or whatever, and you can't function no more, then we have programs to help you. We have homes, we put you in programs, shit like that. But when it comes to medicine, that's on you. If you got diabetes, get the fucking vaccine. What the fuck you doing out here? And if you die from that shit, then all
But
right.
what if they look at the same way you looking at it?
Then that's on them.
Why don't? Okay, so why don't?
Yeah.
Here's my thing. Okay,
My
so
voice went
why?
high. Then that's on them.
Why don't you want to get the vaccine?
Why don't I?
Yeah.
The only reason I don't get it is because I'm not worried about COVID, and I don't like the government. It's a principle thing with me. I don't like the government
So say
telling
I got
me
diabetes, and I'm
Or
like,
whatever.
I don't like the government telling me what to do. That's the same principle.
I know, but whatever happens to me is on me. It has nothing to do with you or the next person. That's on me. It's an individual thing.
And then another
You know,
question:
that's it. That's it.
Do you think that the spread? Okay, let me word this right. If we did not get vaccines, do you think that COVID would be in the same spot it's in right now?
If we didn't,
If the vaccines
I
ain't
have
come,
no idea because Florida being kind of, we was good. Not
Not
that we
one-
was good, but
not one person, no scientist, no person that's against getting the vaccines or nothing that I've read. Nobody believes that we would be as good as we are right now without the vaccines.
well, I don't know. That's a hypothetical. I have no idea.
I mean, it's not. I mean,
It is. You can't gauge that.
You can look at the numbers. Before the vaccines came, the spread of COVID was
Yeah.
way more. Like I'm talking about rapid.
Causality and what they call
For
that
example, though, like Memorial Day vax, right?
Yeah.
Everybody came to Florida, blah 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 blah, and all that, right? Okay, the spread from the Memorial Day thing and when everybody went to Sturgis up in North Dakota, right? The spread from those two events affected the country exponentially. Then the vaccines dropped. Okay, this year we had the vaccines for Memorial Day and for the Sturgis thing. You ain't even hear about it because the spread was way less. Because more people was vaccinated, even if it was just 20% of people. So my thing is, if everybody see the shit helping, here's my thing.
Then it's helping. It's doing its job. Then.
This is why I hate
That's good.
society,
That's
and
good.
I know everybody not gonna agree socially. Like I know that's impossible. Like I don't think that everybody agree. I mean, I know you can put a gun in their head and make them agree, but everybody not gonna agree. But either as a society as a whole, we're such bad people that we can't even be all in on something or all out on
There's
something.
too many people to be all in. Once you get,
So let's die.
I'm saying once it gets to millions of people, you can't expect for millions of people with all these different personalities,
know.
all these different backgrounds to all say, let's come together. That's why I think Star Trek is bullshit because that shit have never happened.
I see this is why
only way that'll happen is if we go to war and it's a drastic amount of people.
Well, that's what happened in Star Trek.
It got to be like 50,000 niggas left.
Okay.
Then we can do it.
So let me tell you how we get to Star Trek.
All right, stop getting vaccinated and
So
die.
get rid of all the vaxes.
Yeah.
No more vax mandate. Get rid of all the vaxes. Let COVID do its magic.
Well,
And then somebody get some Ebola going.
ain't gonna take out enough. You need Ebola.
I just said, get
Yeah,
somebody
there
get some
you go.
Ebola
Yeah, there you
going.
go.
Or shit, it might take out enough. Get the Delta 9 variant of COVID, right?
Why do Bill Gates always talk about population control and they got to do shit with vaccines? Why you be doing shit?
Why do we even listen to Bill Gates?
That's what I'm saying. He's not a scientist. He ain't a doctor or nothing.
Who's interviewing him?
I'm like, why do he get so?
Who's interviewing him?
I don't know. But can he just?
I don't care about Bezos, Gates, or Elon. Who's interviewing these niggas?
My question about Bill Gates just had to go do it more with billionaires when they get a certain amount of money and just start doing shit. Like Elon just shoot shit in the goddamn app. When you get billions of dollars, you can just do shit.
Whatever you want.
Don't nobody ask no questions. or
Which is
nothing.
why I don't even care about Bill Gates or Elon or Bezos. I don't care about their opinion on anything. Jeff Bezos is so far removed from my reality. We don't even live in the same universe. Like he's in a whole different reality than I live in. So like,
I ain't know no Bill Gates conspiracy theory or nothing. I'm just finding it funny how this nigga ain't got no medical degree or nothing and be talking about vaccines and shit. Like he got
I'm
damn
rich.
Dr. Fauci.
I'm rich. It's just no different than when you go to court and the police opinion is valued higher than your opinion because he a cop. What? Oh, he must be telling the truth because he a cop.
Does any of this infrastructure shit affect niggas? Niggas don't give a fuck about this.
Yes, it affects us greatly.
What is it gonna affect
We
us
should have
around?
got more money out the bill.
We ain't getting shit. They don't give a fuck.
Because
Kamala went on there.
Is everything. The
Kamala
infrastructure is
Harris.
everything.
Kamala Harris used that HBCU, used that Jamaican shit, used all her little black privilege and oh I'm black and that. We ain't heard a shit word about black shit since with her ass. That's why I can't stand her. I knew she was a snake in disguise. Goddamn it.
Okay, well, are we gonna stand on vice presidents don't do nothing, or are we gonna say Kamala could be doing stuff?
I'm gonna say you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Because I could have sworn we said vice presidents don't do nothing.
No, that's not choice. You have a choice. You cannot do nothing. You have power to do.
I just want to point out that before your boy, what's his name? Go back, vice presidents, cuz so I can remember. Cheney? No, he was a gangster with it, but before him. But who was
how far back?
Was it Walter Mondale?
Oh, you damn leave.
I'm trying to think. It was a vice president.
Brother, this nigga just said Walter Mondale. Who was that? That nigga was
a vice president.
Tom Brokaw brother?
No. But before
Walter
vice president really is just like a ceremonial position. They really have no power at all. And then I want to say it was Walter Mondale. I might be wrong, y'all. But once you get to Walter Mondale, he started saying, well, I'm only going to do this. I want to say it was because I think he was Jimmy Carter vice president. But anywho, one of the vice presidents back in the late 70s was like, yo, I'm not even going to do this unless you give me the power to do this, this, and this. And so the dude was like, okay, yeah, go ahead. And then that's when this whole, the vice president can do shit came about because I think it was Mondale because it's been hit or miss because you had somebody like Dan Quayle who didn't do shit, right? Then you get to Al Gore who did. You know what? Al Gore ain't do shit either.
No, he ain't do shit.
He ain't do shit.
My point is,
but
that
then you get to Dick Cheney, and then Dick Cheney ran the entire country.
Yeah, my point is, you can. You have
Mike Pence. You have
first ladies or whatever who push and implement programs across the nation. Not like they got any power, but you show they use their influence to change shit and do shit.
But that's because Congress broke though. The Senate broke.
Well, I'm just saying.
And the infrastructure bill started off really good, and then they my thing that I hate the most about Congress right now is the bills always start off good, and then they be like, take this out, take this out, take this out, take this out. You know, child care was in there, free child care was in there, universal health care was in there. It was a whole bunch of stuff in the infrastructure bill. I
think they just start off with a whole bunch of implausible that they know ain't gonna pass at first. Shit and see what they could do.
I wouldn't concede shit to the Republicans.
I don't know why they are. Well,
you want to say something that Kamala could do? Knock your gavel, tell the person to have a seat when they try to filibuster and vote.
Well, we got all Democrats not on the same page.
Well, then that means it's a problem with the Democrats. Maybe y'all should get rid of that West Virginia fake ass Democrat. What's his name?
Manchin.
Get rid of him. Manchin gotta go. He ain't a real Democrat.
You
get his ass out of there.
You can't just get rid of him. He was voted in by the people.
Yeah,
what they going to do?
Yeah, and get his ass voted out. I'd rather have a real Republican on that seat than a Democrat sabotaging every agenda that we have. Yeah. He might be the worst. So niggas want to talk about Kamala or Biden and their lack of doing shit.
Impotence.
Yeah, Manchin is literally worse than them because he's literally sabotaging the shit that they are trying to pull. Matter of fact, Joe Manchin is the worst right now. Joe Manchin is the worst political person in America right now. No. And that's why our system is broken. One person should not have that much power.
I don't see, this is my problem with the left and the Democrats, is that I don't think it's the same thing with how they missed the Trump shit and the Hillary shit in 2016. I don't think they know they don't know what the fuck going on with the nation. They think they on the right side, just like with the Hillary shit. The whole media, the politicians, they think they on the right side, just going with Hillary, and they ain't even looking at what the fuck going on over here. This shit boiled over where it's gonna be real bad for the Democrats come the midterms and then the president shit.
I think they're gonna be all right.
And see, that's the thing. You got no idea what the fuck going on.
Let me tell you why I think they're gonna be all right.
Shit.
Let me tell you why I think they're gonna be all right. First of all, everybody, all the Democrats and Republicans fucked up because they don't really. I agree with you. They lost for sure. They lost in the sauce. But lucky for the Democrats or whatever, Republicans don't know what's going on either. There's only two types of Republicans, right? Yeah. It's Republican that don't want to associate with Trump, but he's still an ass, and then Republican that say, I'm just like Trump, I got guns. So that shit, niggas tired of that shit. Okay, humans like people. Even Republicans are tired of it. Yeah. However, Democrats, on the other hand, they don't realize that 90% of their party is progressive. They won't vote for any progressive things because Democrats aren't really progressives. They're fucking conservatives. So, like, our country actually, what's funny is, this is why I don't like when niggas say the left, right? So you always talking about labeling. I don't like when niggas label the left. Democrats aren't left. Like, no, so you know where the expression left and right came from or whatever?
No.
So in France, back in the day, they opposed the king during the French Revolution. And when they had their first, like, assembly or whatever, they were trying to see, what should we do? Should we behead the king? Should we do this? Should we do that? What should we do? So the conservatives and liberals or whatever, this is where the term came from. So the people who wanted to, like, not kill the, kind of keep the kingdom thing or whatever, he said everybody who wants to keep the kingdom sit to the right. Everybody who wants to go on a more liberal stance and go to a republic sit to the left. The further you are to the left, the more we understand you want to be there. The further you are to the right, and then that's where the left and the right thing came from. That's why right is always, that's why even if you go to another country, they say right wing, right? That's why right is always conservative and left is always liberal, because of that assembly in France back in like 1790 something.
Some cracker shit.
Right. So the reason why I don't like when they say left is because America doesn't have a left party. You have Republicans who are extremely right, like they're super right, heavy conservative or whatever, right? And then you have Democrats who are like, they're not even moderates. They're post moderates. They're under moderates. They're like conservatives with like socially liberal views. A true like left person would be Bernie Sanders, and there ain't nothing but one of him.
Right.
So we don't even have like we don't have a left party. So it's so funny when Republicans be like, this is why I don't like the left. No, you don't like the other side of the right.
All right. Well, you're saying, well, we don't have nothing but one party. So
no,
who do you
it's
vote
two
for?
parties.
So who do you vote for then?
It's two parties.
All right. Well, the other side,
but we only have one. So for example, here's a good thing. Like, here's a good example. This is the only country in the world where it's two people running at a time. Okay, most of the time when nigga go to run, it's 8, 9, 10 people, because you can have an amount of parties. You don't have to have two parties, but we want that because what happens is these two parties are very close to each other, and at least one of us is in control. America's all about upholding the standard of the government.
No, of course.
No, and that's why this goes back into the COVID vax thing. Go and let this bit burn. Go and let it burn. Yeah. Because y'all want to uphold this shit anyways then. What do y'all want? Do y'all want this country or y'all want a better country or what y'all want?
Do you remember, I always go back and watch YouTube and I love watching when Trump won and just watching the reaction of all of the people or the dudes. And
I lost Van Jones that night.
And how it was so shocking and appalling how he won.
It was actually shocking. It was disgusting to me.
It's still going to be the same thing come 20. If it was a
so who though? Tom Cotton?
No, if it was, I'm saying if it was, yes,
it won't never be shocking again.
I know what I'm saying. If it was around right now, I think that if you don't want to call them left, then what do I call them?
Democrats.
The Democrats or whatever. Don Lemon, them niggas, or that's that. They would be surprised that DeSantis won. They'll be shocked.
They putting on the show. Now Trump was shocking.
Who will win right now?
Trump was shocking.
Because Biden would not win right now. His approval rate is down.
Here's my thing about
gas. The gas is too damn high. Bring them gas down. What can we do about this gas, Biden?
That's OPEC.
I know.
Before we get out of here,
can we hustle that some kind of way?
We're going to explain OPEC to niggas before we get out of here, because I'm so tired of hearing gas high because of Biden.
Nah, it ain't because of Biden. But I'm just saying, Biden, can we figure something out? Go over the top of one of them Arabs.
But so
man, don't explain OPEC.
Who would win? We got to explain OPEC.
Jesus Christ.
But who would win right now if the race? Geez. I actually think Biden would win again. But hold on, let me tell you why.
What the fuck?
I think we're blinded.
I'm not voting for him.
This is based on research, though. First of all, Biden ain't winning Florida ever. He's never was gonna win. He's not good enough to win Florida. You need somebody super charismatic and down with the Miami people to get to like to win. And then now Republicans are so smart in Miami that they done convinced everybody in Miami that's from Venezuela or Cuba or whatever that we're Nazis.
Something wrong with them motherfuckers.
Yeah,
man.
they fucking
Cubans too. Oh,
Cubans
Jesus
are
Christ.
racist people, bro. Like that. Black
y'all got
Cubans.
some bad
When the
bitches,
last
though.
time you seen a black Cuban that don't play sports come to America? Huh? When the last time you seen a black Cuban own a business in Little Havana or America and be like, oh yeah, Castro did me so wrong? You never see a
But
black Cuban say that shit.
Niggas love goddamn Scarface though.
Come on, man.
They love that movie.
Scarface hate niggas. And anywho, but
Yeah, back.
I think we are lost in the sauce because we in Florida and we deal with this nigga every day. However, I looked it up because we was talking about this shit the other day, me and my homeboy. If you look up the numbers, bro, DeSantis approval ratings in key states outside of Florida are horrible.
So I know they're gonna be horrible in California.
No, that's not a key state. That shit don't matter. California gonna go Democrat every time. In Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, all them the key states, the swing states. They did a thing of if the election happened right now. I seen it was real clear politics, so it's not biased. Real clear, it's right down the middle. They said the thing: who would you vote for right now? Biden or DeSantis? Biden or Tom Cotton? Biden or it was another nigga too, Ted Cruz. And Biden won all of them.
Of course.
And if you can't win Pennsylvania and you're a Republican, you ain't going to
all the polls said Hillary was going to win.
Yeah,
all the
but,
polls.
But at the
I
same
just don't
time,
want you to forget this.
No,
don't
I agree
forget
with
this
that.
shit.
But here's what I think.
I want niggas to be prepared because this how they
Hillary messed
do.
up because what happened with Hillary was okay.
I don't like to do a bunch of revisions.
No,
history,
but no,
go back,
this is
but
what happened.
it's
with
important
Hillary.
right now.
Hillary got on her high horse, and the Democrats got on their high horse, and they was like, "We can't lose Michigan. We haven't lost Michigan since Reagan." And Trump did the same shit Reagan did. He literally had Reagan's campaign manager on his team. He went into Michigan. Remember this shit? I'll never let these jobs leave or whatever. I'm going to make sure every job stay in America. And these people in Michigan are losing their jobs left and right? And so he went into Michigan and told them that shit. And he was like, I'm going to have a policy that you got to be back in America to make America great again. So all the people in Michigan and Wisconsin and Ohio and the factory jobs that don't exist in America no more voted for Trump. He won. The week after, remember the carrier shit? The shit went to Mexico. The jobs went
I remember I worked at. Oh, you said
Go ahead. Yeah.
I remember I worked at goddamn Saddle Creek. That was when Obama got on, and I was making all that money. Then we got time went on. I'm still at Saddle Creek, and Trump became president, and we had this redneck manager who just loved Trump. He ain't know. He thought I was with on his side because I always talked about how fucked up Hillary was and shit like that. And fuck that bitch. Fuck. He think I was like, what make motherfuckers think Trump gonna do anything for him? He's like, I can't talk to you about politics.
Oh, now you can't. Now that's on the
Yeah.
side.
2 weeks later,
Saddle Creek shut down.
Saddle Creek shut down.
Because
he was at the meeting when he was talking to the meeting. He was talking about you're gonna get $2,000 bonus, and Trump he just passed a new tax thing, so you might be getting a little extra in there. I'm like, nigga, first of all, if Trump just signed some shit, how the fuck you think it going into effect now? You dumb motherfucker. You just get. But anyway, yeah, Saddle Creek gone. He out of a job. He had just got a new Corvette.
And he crippled them because the same thing happened. So I get to my job or whatever. This is post-Trump, but this is like they still, as Tank just stated, when Trump put a law in effect, it take 2-3 years for that law to happen.
Yeah.
So of course, Trump done been elected or whatever. It's almost over. I get to my job now. All his tariff shit coming in. So when I first got to my job, we was making money. I'm talking about trucks coming in and out all day, right? Yeah. That motherfucking tariff things hit, nigga, we almost went out of business. Almost went out of business because, all the tariffs and the different things that he put in, literally crippled the economy. Because the shit he was doing, America First, that shit is the dumbest shit ever. You can't have America First, which is America only, really. That's what it really should say. But you can't have those policies in a globalistic economy, which, by the way, the economy now is global. We don't have an isolated economy. So, my thing is what I was saying, though, about coming back full circle.
What up, Sean? Black hair boy.
What up, boy? Coming back full circle to the DeSantis thing or whatever. The reason why I don't think Trump or his cronies could win is because of what happened with that. Them niggas still ain't get their jobs back.
Well, yeah.
That's why he got worked so bad in Michigan. That's why he got worked so bad in Western PA. That's why he got worked so bad in the Rust Belt part of Ohio. He won in the rural areas, but it's because they did not come through on what they said they was gonna do, and the Republicans cannot. There's no way to bring them jobs back.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do about them jobs? So that's
Man,
I think in Florida,
Republicans is fucking retarded, man.
They are,
okay?
bro.
They're gonna vote.
They are.
They vote at their own detriment. Just Mexicans or whatever. And these niggas just don't vote. They don't vote at their own detriment. Niggas just won't vote. But
90% of Republicans vote the way they do because they hate black people.
Well, I ain't gonna say that.
And poor people. And
there you go,
and
there
women.
You go. Now you put
and
it,
babies.
Put it in that whole bunch of
That's
them.
what I'm saying. Like, you hate first of all, remember what I said earlier about the tent not big enough? Yeah. The Republican tent is big enough to include white men, other men who want to put down people of color, and women who want to be associated with a proxy power. I don't fit into the Republican tent. I am not a Democrat. I am a socialist. I am a flaming socialist. So much that my cousin called me a communist.
You're a communist.
Okay? I'm a flaming socialist.
I don't know what the fuck I am. I know I can't vote for no goddamn Republican. I think I'm an individualist because I like individual people's policies. I can't vote for anybody who's with a mandate. I don't know where you at
because I don't really think you can come under this Democrat.
Politically homeless is what they call it.
And you know what? You're politically homeless.
What the fuck I'm gonna do?
And your ass gonna go to the city rescue mission because you ain't gonna get nothing. Okay, because we rocking with the niggas under this tent.
I told Janae that on the King Talk the other day. I was like, Janae, I'm kind of with you now. Goddammit. Well, not for the same reasons. I know, but as far as not voting because I have nobody to vote for.
Janae, at least you have an intelligent argument behind yours. Now, Janae, if you want your club, don't you still got to do?
Yeah, Chris. Okay. Chris doing good. What up, boy?
What up, boy? I hope you don't get mad when I say that. If you want your club shot up, come holler at me. However, I'm about to scold you.
She said she want to come on and she need to talk to you too.
I need to get her to. I'm going to do something for Anna for her birthday.
Yeah, some of that bedazzled shit.
Yeah.
She do a good job. But
but listen. So Janae's argument for not voting is honestly kind of ignorant. Yeah, it's kind of dumb, right? So like, at least your argument is, I'm looking at all these people. I don't like none of these people. Janae's argument is, they ain't gonna do what I want them to do anyways. No, that's not. Come on, man.
Jesus Christ.
And Janae actually do fit under the tent. Believe it or not, Janae is a standard issue black lady Democrat. She really is.
She love her white people though.
She really is.
She love them.
You right. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, okay.
Oh, she love her.
Love them, huh? Mm-hmm. Borderline coonery. Now, you're not a coon, Janae. That's not what I'm saying.
Ain't gonna call none of them racist, goddammit.
You know coons, bro. We'll talk about coons for a minute.
Okay, yeah. You seen one?
They everywhere.
You seen one?
Bro, the pressure of being... Y'all don't... coons don't feel pressure.
No, they with it. They love it. What's that fat motherfucker we talk about sports and shit?
Oh, the dude who be on the Fox podcast. Now, you know Tank don't like all that spicy shit.
I'm back on it now.
You back on it? You gonna have ulcers like granddaddy. What them is skins?
Yeah, taste them.
I can't fuck with them, man.
It's chili lime pepper. Taste it. I didn't taste it.
Jason Whitlock is that fat bitch name. Fuck Jason Whitlock. Yeah, all right. Nothing beating the regular skins though.
I mean, they all right.
I wouldn't buy them. I eat them if they're around. You know?
Why kids eat all this spicy shit?
This ain't even spicy though.
Second of all,
Anna.
Second of all, is skins. Third of all,
Everybody, it's my daughter, Anna Bananas on Brothers and Podcast. If you could vote right now, you got 3 more years and you can vote. 3 more years, you can vote. What's up, Leon? 3 more years, you can vote. If you could vote right now, and it was DeSantis versus Biden, who would you vote for? Come say it in the mic.
Mm-hmm. Biden. Well, look who household she in. Of course.
No, Anna got her own opinion.
No, bruh.
Anna, do you feel like come in the mic so you talk to young thing? Do you feel like you have your own opinions?
Of course, she's gonna say yeah.
yes.
Of course, she's gonna say yeah.
No.
I could tell you every answer to her question that you're gonna give. Don't ask Anna nothing.
Hit her with questions.
Don't ask Anna nothing.
Hit her with questions.
These damn kids. Who would questions?
What a question.
Oh, with a question
Think you know the answer to.
that I think I know the answer to. What is Biden going to do for black people? Oh,
Nothing.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. What is
Okay.
what was the benefit of voting for Biden?
I don't know.
Exactly, and that's my only point. She lives in your household. You don't even need to be paying attention to none of this shit right now. Schooling and basketball.
She knows she don't like DeSantis.
She don't even know nothing about him though.
By the way, first off,
she don't know nothing
I'll
about
say
him.
this.
Yeah.
okay, Anna do have her own opinions. I don't push stuff on Anna, and you know how I know? Because I am a stone cold atheist, and Anna believe in white Jesus or black Jesus or one of them Jesuses.
Well,
And-
hallelujah.
And if it was up to me, she would not. But she almost an adult.
Yeah.
She can come up with her own opinions. I ain't tell her to like.
I know it. She just don't know enough right now.
She don't know nothing about it. But see, this is my thing though. Believe it or not, Anna's not too far off from the average person.
Yeah.
You may like, yeah, she a kid, but bro, like, okay, for example,
Yeah.
like if say Janae say this the year I'ma vote. She don't know nothing about nothing. I guarantee she don't vote for DeSantis.
Oh yeah. No. Well, I don't know, man. Janae scared me sometimes. I don't know what the fuck Janae be on, man.
You gotta get away from the white people, man.
Yeah, man. Me and Ron trying to get her back over this way, but I
Well,
don't
one
know.
more thing about how white people trash before we get out of here.
Yeah.
You know what pissed me off about public schooling? Why do we always put emphasis on things being bad on the black kids? Right?
What do you mean?
So a friend of mine, white person, her daughter mixed with Asian and white, but she looked Asian to me. But anywho, she hang with these white kids. White kids get access to some drugs, quote unquote. It's really not drugs. It's like weed and shit, edible weed and smoking weed. And the white kids just start wilding, right?
Right.
But of course, they tried to make it seem like previous, because I know somebody who works at the school. Previous to this incident happened, everybody that they was investigating and looking into was the black kids, right? But it's really the white boys that have all the weed and all that other stuff, right? So why is it that like they just don't really like pay attention and get the shit the right way?
Well, because it's still a nation that's built on prejudices of white people, and we always gonna think the niggas up to something.
Niggas got prejudice of white people built into us.
You mean prejudice of other niggas? You mean? Oh yeah. Don't trust no nigga.
Like, like when you go to get food stamps or whatever, and boy, look at my head in that bandana. Boy, hold on, let me pull that shit down. But like when you go to get food stamps or whatever, and like a black woman try to make it harder for you to get food stamps, what's up with that?
I would do that. I would DoorDash and I had a custom. I know why we were bad at being servants, because we did it for too long. Maybe that's why. But our customer service, look here, man. I'm sick of you niggas. If they made a law saying niggas cannot be servants, and then they raise the pay of the servants, I'd be happy. I'd be like, see, that's what you niggas get, because y'all is fucking horrible, man. We got to do better, dog.
What happened?
I went to I was DoorDashing, just stopped by the KFC on Main Street. I was like, I got
The wrong one. I'm gonna tell you right now, you got the wrong one.
I was like, I got DoorDash, and then I was like, put around. She's like, you just said DoorDash. You said DoorDash like we know who is it for? I was like, whoa, wait a minute, bitch. I'm pulling around to the window, bitch.
Listen, first of all, you had the wrong one.
Then the bitch could not fill the order because you said the nigga wanted 7 wings, a la carte, and something else. And she told me to tell her that we can't fill the order because if we do the 7 wings, you have to drop this chicken. We already got chicken up. I was saying, so I told her, I was like, you can do it, but you won't. She's like, what the fuck did I just say? I was like, all right, bitch.
What? You
We
right?
horrible.
You know what is up with that?
We done
Why we rude?
we were slaves for too long. We don't want to serve no damn body.
Why we rude? Who you think the rudest people on earth are?
Asians. But I think that's a cultural thing, just because
Ooh, that came so natural. That rolled off your tongue, boy.
Asians don't give a fuck. Asians is some cutthroat motherfuckers, boy.
Are Asians more rude than Africans? Damn,
Yeah.
that's deep to think, bro. Because like when I think about it, bro, it's like I can think of every race except Latinos. Latinos not that rude.
Nah.
Y'all not that rude. Shout out to y'all Latinos for actually be good at something for once. Because I promise y'all suck at everything. I'm trying to figure out between white people, Asians, and black people, who's the most rude.
No Asians. Asians don't give a fuck about your feelings. I don't think Asians have that much empathy.
Black people
off
I'm taken out of because the majority of black people are either African or Southern black. And those people have like hospitality rules built into their culture. Yeah. So I'm going to take them out. I'm not saying they can't be rude though, because Cuz just ran into one at the KFC on Main Street, which is the wrong KFC.
Russians.
That's why Europeans are rude in general.
Yeah.
Russians are super.
Yeah.
Any Baltic, Slavic motherfucker.
But I understand why they would be rude. It's cold all the
Bosnians
time.
rude.
It's just,
ain't no sun.
Ain't no sun. You just in a bad mood all the fucking time. God damn it. I think with the Asians, it's just so many of them.
No, Asians the rudest
or whatever.
Because you know what's funny? Like Asians, like bro, outside of getting your nails done, maybe.
Well, this so racist. What we?
I don't care.
I know something. Go ahead on though.
Hey, I don't care. This is the social party, bro. Listen, outside of getting your nails done, maybe Asians like real deal be like real. And you know what I'm basing it off of? And I feel like me and Cub, we can say this. You can say it's racist. I'm basing it off of anecdotal evidence based on this. Yeah. In the hood, we have to deal with Asian people owning the corner stores, Asian people owning this, Asian people owning the hair store, Asian people da-da-da. We had this whole episode one time where I said I hate the whole 5 students at a time thing. I don't even play that.
Yeah.
I don't even play that. If a black person come to your white neighborhood or your Asian neighborhood and open up a store, which we don't because you won't allow us, but if we did, we wouldn't put 2 students at a time on the door.
I will say this, being around us and shit, the younger generation of those people, cool as fuck. It's the old ass Asian mamas and daddies they ass. But when I go into the Asian store and it's a young motherfucker that's
cool.
like 30 and under, around my age, they cool to the motherfucker.
It's because they've appropriated our culture.
Yeah.
Asians want to
so
be
I
black.
get it. It's a cult, but I'm saying
I don't like the way black. I think that's why I can't get all the way into anime. Like I fucks with anime.
I hate it.
But I think that's why I can't get all the way. I don't like the cultural appropriation that Japanese, specifically Japanese, Korean, and Chinese people are doing to black people. I don't like it.
Well, I don't say I hate anime. I don't understand.
It's just a cartoon.
I don't understand the appeal to that specific genre. That
it ain't a specific genre. That's the thing about it. Like
Anime.
all that shit about different shit. And like one thing that the niggas really ignorant on.
I like Family Guy.
The word anime literally means cartoon in Japanese. So anything that's a cartoon. The only difference is in Japan, to tell a story, instead of making a movie, like an elaborate live action movie, they just do an anime or a manga, which is a comic.
I enjoy Family Guy. I think it's a Oscar.
So I had
should be an Oscar award for this show.
Soraya, fellow Hater Bear Media co-host from Tough Love, she hates Family Guy, and so does Jennifer, my friend from work. So I don't mean this in a harmful way, but I mean this in a literal way. Family Guy is really advanced comedy. It's just like the Orville or Star Trek. Either you get it or you don't.
Yeah.
The only people I've ever known that say, "Oh, I don't fuck with Star Trek," they're very unintelligent.
Wait, Family Guy is advanced? I mean, they do.
It's advanced.
Like, who cannot laugh when Quagmire got a little thing in his head and he pulling beads and like, yeah, you know what I'm doing. The kids don't know, but you know. How can that not be funny?
Bro, that's really advanced
Jesus
comedy,
Christ.
bro. Because when you say the kids don't know, but you know, most of these people are the kids with their IQ. Family Guy jokes are like, they real roundabout, bro.
And the cracker that make it, yes, he's a little racist, a little prejudiced.
You think Miss
Hell
Marlon's
yeah.
racist?
Hell yeah.
He made the Orville.
I mean, I mean, he's prejudiced in how he, maybe not racist, but he's prejudiced how I'm prejudiced with white people, or how everybody is, or whatever. He has a way. He done did some things where I be like,
Oh, the black shit, that black
Yeah.
jokes. I think he do that on purpose though, to just make controversy.
I think he's a little racist. It's all right,
Look
but
into it.
I don't mind.
Look into
but
it.
my thing is,
Self's pretty not racist. Like he's pretty like that.
I don't mind a little bit of racism, a little prejudice that you have if you just didn't grow up around black people. Or I got prejudice, whatever.
Yeah, you got to look into Self, man. Self kind of, I think Self might be like this, but you got to just. I think his jokes.
So is Bill Maher could be sometimes too, but he got a little bit of that liberal racism in him too.
Bill Maher, white people fall into this pit of.
I like Bill though.
Even if they good white people, right? Even if they pro-black, white people fall into this pit of pretentiousness a lot.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word.
It's a pit of pretentiousness, my brother. And it's like, even if they pro-black, they'll get into this thing where they be like, well, I said it, so it must be factual. Or this is how the opinion should be. Or you should be thinking like this. And like when they run into black people that don't fit, or people that don't fit their narrative, they be like, what the fuck is this? This does not compute. This does not compute.
Like your girl who.
No, Chris cool.
I think
Chris
she got.
is intense.
I think that she has some mental issues. Really.
No,
you talk to her for 5 minutes and you can see it.
You know, I talk to Chris every day. You know what, Chris?
You don't think she got no mental issues?
No, let me tell you what it is.
This bitch is insane.
Let me tell you what it is. What it is with Chris.
I like her though.
Yeah, I know you do. What you and Chris are like two opposite ends of the spectrum, right? But at the same time, y'all got the same goals. But y'all trying to get to the finish line two different ways. So you like. So for example, you like, I want universal health care or whatever, right? And she's like, well, I want universal health care. And then you like, okay, well, bitch, they need to go work and get universal health care. I'm just using this for example. And then she's like, well, no, just give it to him. And he's like, don't give me shit. And she's like, no, give me everything. And so like, it's the debate part, that the combative part. But
hey, man,
also, you know what, humans
them nipples on TikTok, they look nice.
With humans,
they do.
With humans too, bro. Like, something I'm learning, even through my own personal journey of healing and whatnot, is people been through a lot of shit. And you'll be surprised what trigger people. Like, you might think a person having a regular conversation with you, and they might really be triggered, or they might be defensive, or they might be this or that, or whatever. Because a lot of people have been through so much shit, like they want to be normal, but they can't. I think Chris got a little bit of that going on. Chris is a sweetheart, though. She's a good person. Yeah. She's a good person.
Hey, when I say you got mental issues, I don't mean it's a bad thing.
You got mental issues.
Of course. But I admit all of my shit.
It's okay. You just gotta chill. Next time I go over there, you gotta come with me.
No, I like her. I can talk to her little crazy
Next
ass.
time you go over there, you gotta come with me.
See, when I know somebody mentally say like that, I know I can have a good time. Me and her party like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, she'll party. She'll party with you now. But she too. I think she's overwhelmed from being a mom, which is crazy. But Chris, you know what's funny? I was talking with Chris the other day, man, and it's interesting because and this may be more tough lovey than bruh listen or whatever. Chris would make a better wife than 95% of you bitches.
You ain't been with her.
True enough. I'm saying what she presents.
Okay, yeah.
Because even what these bitches present ain't even that. And I'm just saying, and I'm not saying like, oh, I'm trying to push up on Chris. I'm just saying like, just the type of human being that she is and compassion she has for the dudes she's been with and shit like that. Hey, you bitch is kind of slacking.
Who was that bitch that came over here and just laid down on your couch and went to sleep or some shit? What the fuck you be having going on over here? I wanted to go and kick that bitch in the ass. What you be having going on?
Well, I don't know what I be having going on.
Just come over here laying down.
And I ain't fucking none of them.
Just imagine, I remember my goddamn house and a bitch come in there and lay down. My dick gonna be somewhere in the vicinity of your head within 10 minutes.
Bro, listen, podcast, episode number 148.
And when I see her, I'm gonna tell her.
I think she was supposed to come over. I think we were supposed to be doing something, but I think we started the pod late or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember.
Just coming. It was a rough night. We're gonna lay on the edge of the couch. He's not gonna take it.
This is true. I said this on
I'll
the
fuck
podcast.
a drunk bitch. All right, I would.
I said this on the
I'll
podcast.
admit it.
I would not. I said this on the podcast or whatever. I'm comfortable with that.
If she know we gonna fuck.
I'm cool with the being a dude who is like, oh, I feel safe around
I'm
you.
safe. Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
At first, I felt Like, why do I have to be that guy? But then
Because
I don't give
bitches
a
like
fuck.
danger.
I don't-
And if they feel like you're the safe one, then no,
I'll
you
be
fuck there then. But if that's not your objective, if you don't give a fuck about it, then fuck it then.
It don't matter anyways. I want to be with Ree, and she don't want to be with me, so I'm good.
Fuck that. All right, you want to be with us? I ain't gonna say nothing. Gives a-
I mean, not literally. I'm just saying I got a big crush on her.
Oh, okay.
She fine as fuck.
All right, respect.
She fine as fuck. You ever seen a bitch that's so fine? Like every time you see her, you be like, God, I didn't know.
Yeah, I see him. You got to tell them something wrong with them. Dead ass. I ain't bullshitting.
You got me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
You
that.
got
I'm
the-
gonna inbox her and be like, you know, I done had a crush on you since the first time I seen you, but you so crazy, I don't ever want to say nothing.
Yeah. Oh,
There you
be
go.
like, man, your hair was looking good the other day. Now you done changed it. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I was like, I should be like, I'm gonna wait till she change her hair, and then I'm gonna be like, yo, I had a huge crush on you, and every time I see you, I feel like a certain type of way, but with this hairstyle, not so much.
I just found her stuff. Like I love Ivana. I seen Ivana on was that a picture?
Shout
or
out
something?
Vonnie Vaughn.
Love you, Vonnie. But your lace front, it wasn't quite right. and I wasn't gonna say nothing on the book because you my dog. But that lace front was a little crooked or something.
Bro Listen Podcast, episode number 148 in the books. Make sure y'all check out Bro Listen Mental Health Mornings, coming at you every morning. Me and Anna Banana doing different things or whatever. Cuz, final thought.
All right, final thoughts. You niggas in trouble. I don't care what cuz say. God damn it. The wave is coming. They got shipping containers. They ain't getting moved nowhere. Some shit
Oh,
with
we need to
that.
explain.
We got motherfucking the border crisis. Or whatever they call it, a crisis. Well, crackers love
Everything
saying
crisis.
crisis. All right, it is a serious situation, but come on now. Crisis, Jesus Christ. We got the goddamn gas going up, which ain't really his fault, but it just puts another damper on shit. Price of food going up. We got, and then this shit comes to a head with these vaccines or whatever. Not enough police on the street. Crime won't go. The shit gonna get wild. I need you niggas to get this shit together. Give me somebody to vote for. Because Biden is steadily losing his damn mind. I seen a video where they did the Missy song. If it worth it, let me work it. Put the game down, flip it, then reverse it. And on that other part where they wearing it backwards, it was Biden saying something like real video. And then it cut. It was like, what the fuck did he just say? Biden losing his damn mind. Give me somebody good to vote for because these Republicans get in here. And niggas don't want another 4 years. Niggas couldn't take 4 years of Trump. The chaos that was. But niggas always pick the alternative to what's in the office, which would be them motherfuckers. That's it.
Brittany, get your ass. You need to go outside. Not today. It's storming and raining and shit. But you need to go outside and get some sun.
Mm-hmm.
So
Take
your ass
some
can-
ivermectin. Not the horse. Well, do the horse shit work? I don't know.
Brittany, you better not take no horse tranquilizer. Your ass gonna be laid on the floor. I just want you to go get some sun, get some vitamin D, man, so you can get over your goddamn COVID. Everybody else, regardless of what Tank say or not, y'all is soft as fuck. Y'all not gonna do nothing about the government telling y'all to get y'all shit. Besides, go get y'all shit. So hush that fuss. Everybody move to the back of the bus. And I really don't care anymore. So it don't make no difference to me. And when we talk about voting and shit, you niggas better vote for the most progressive candidate possible so we can fix this country because it's broken. Bro Listen Podcast 365 24/9. We give you a nigga to, we grind. We give you a nigga to put on your mind. Cuz, who your nigga is so I can tell him?
My nigga this week is shit, boy, what I been watching. Oh shit, man! I ain't been knowing nothing but watching Kyrie Irving. I like the way he's standing up.
I know.
Or whatever, stand up for your shit.
Get your money, Kyle.
And niggas with integrity or whatever. Looking at Kyrie, T.I., Lil Boosie, niggas that say shit and stand on it no matter what the fuck anybody else got to say. Yeah.
I don't want to point out that integrity is one of those things that's based on perspective. I was talking about this on Mental Health Mornings about like things are like perspective driven. Like we say, oh, this is this, and it's really just based on perspective. So, yeah, I guess you could look up niggas with integrity. Some niggas think
Malcolm X.
Ben Carson got integrity. So that's the thing.
What he do? He stand on what he say, so he does have integrity.
The greatest soccer player of all the time is a black man. His name is Pele. I want you to look up
Sure, that's a
Pele.
nigga.
I'm 100%. Niggas from
Somalia.
Brazil. He from Brazil. There's more niggas in Brazil than in all the rest of the fucking Western Hemisphere.
I know it.
The Portuguese was shipping niggas, so many niggas, bruh. Like, Portuguese was resupplying niggas every day. So y'all do that. Pele. Yeah, man. Britt, get better so you can come back on the show.
Yo,
Check out all the Hater Bear Media podcasts. Wherever you stream your podcast, you can type in Hater Bear Media. And as always, all power to the people. Peace.